Hey, what's up, Mobility Matters team? Today, in part 2 of this running series, we're going to talk about foot strike. Now, whenever a lot of people run, I tend to see these weekend warriors, these weekend runners, and a lot of people are missing a critical aspect of running, and that's ankle flexion. And anytime you see someone, it's hard to do this, I don't have someone holding the camera for me. Anytime you see someone run and their foot or their knee fall in, it's one of two things are happening. Either A, their ankles and their arches are stiff and they're not very supportive and they're collapsing as you're catching your weight to fall forward, or the hips of that runner are so weak that they're not able to activate, and in turn causing the arch to cave in and that knee to dive inward. So when you're running, or when we're running, we really need to think about what it is our feet are doing, because the feet are the foundation of that run, and we tend to always overlook them, especially for recreational runners. So when we run, we want to be able to step and transition our weight forward through our knee without causing any type of inward or excessive outward deviation on our foot, because that's going to dictate where the pressure in our foot's going to be. And when it comes to running over and over, every step excessively, the reps are going to count up and they're going to add up, and eventually wear and tear is going to set in. So I want to show you guys a couple of mobilizations that help me and a few other of my clients with ankle flexion, this forward range of motion in the ankle, so that you can better absorb each and every step as you run and get away from this heel strike or this inward caving inward of this foot, or this over excess turning out of this foot as you run and step through. And the best way to see that is to just set up a camera just like I have mine set up here in front of me, and just run a 50-meter light jog and look at how your feet are moving. And a lot of cameras nowadays have slow motion, so you can really break down and see if your foot is turned out or it's turned inward, or you're landing on the outside of your foot, or your knee and your arches are collapsing inward. Those are things that you should really look at and pay attention to, because single leg accessory work like single leg lunges, reverse lunges, Bulgarian split squats are going to be the exercises that are going to get rid of that, take that knee pain and completely get rid of it as well, if you're one of those individuals suffering from knee pain right now. So the first stretch we're going to start with is one of the favorites, and that's going to be adding large amounts of pressure to the back of the legs. Now, my friends over at Dr. Kelly Starrett at Mobility WOD showed me this really cool one. So if you have one of these Battle Stars, you can use it. What you're going to do is you're going to place the Battle Star across the back of your calf. You're going to sit back, adding as much pressure as you can. You can do this seesaw effect here. I can't really put a whole lot of pressure down the back of this leg, but man, does this thing get every single knot in the back of my calf to undo. And these muscles here, if they can't stretch, then you're not really going to have a whole lot of ankle movement, and your foot's going to have to either change its position in order to allow some sort of knee travel, or forward knee travel, or ankle flexion if you want to be technical about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to work from the top here. If you're new to this, I would probably go for 2 minutes minimum and just working side to side, and you're in control of the pressure, whether you want to be way back here, which is pretty on fire for me right now, or just slightly up where you're applying side to side pressure on that weight. Now, not everybody has one of these Battle Stars, so what you can do instead of the Battle Star is grab a barbell, and every gym has a barbell. I'm using a Technique bar because it's light and compact and easy to move around, but with this one, you're actually going to be able to get both legs at the same time. So starting again right in the middle of that calf muscle in the belly, we're starting at the top, because the idea is we want to feed slack down into the ankles, because this is the joint that's being affected from lack of range of motion. So what you're going to do with this is same concept, to sit back as far as you can and add this side to side motion, where you're getting deep down into that calf muscle and breaking up all those tissues, or all the muscles and fascia and skin that are just tacked down and matted down over years and years and years of asphalt pavement. Because how often do we do maintenance on our calves? Probably never. Maybe right before we run, we'll do a couple kicks, maybe bend over and touch our toes and do a calf stretch on the bench, and that's about it. This is the time, 2 minutes minimum here on this stretch. Work on the calves, clean up those tissues, don't be afraid, and just spend some time putting a whole excessive amount of pressure, as much as you can withstand. Don't forget to add the side-to-side movement, because pressure alone is enough. You need to add in some movement so we can restore the natural slide and glide function of the muscles that they should have. Now, if you want to get better at running, 2 minutes per side. Not only is this going to improve your overall range of motion in your ankle and your foot, but it's also going to allow you to run further, run faster, and run longer into your life. That's your goal. I hope you enjoy. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.